Mind with Heart is an education charity. Our main mission is to bring tools for emotional health and well-being and social connection, heart connection, healthy relationships to teenagers.
So far in the sessions, we've been just learning about mindfulness itself and what it is and how it helps you.
Usually kids around my age tend to have stress problems and problems that relate to mental health, so that's really useful.
We just focused on one thing and one thing only, and we explained it as a candle flickering. So if it flickers, it means that we're being distracted too much, but being still and focused means that the candle stays still.
In the first few lessons we were a bit distracted because we weren't used to it, but as we kept on going we got better at it.
It's a mind opener, so it opens your mind and you can think much more clearly.
Our particular flavour is that we address the cultivation of empathy and compassion directly, not as a byproduct of something else, but directly through exercises that enhance emotional intelligence, and then obviously exercises that create connection, like this one we did last week called Remembering Kindness, where you're deliberately strengthening attitudes of kindness and you're educating your emotional connection with others.
It's interesting and it's also interactive, so you actually learn while having a little bit of fun.
We started today with Sit Like Me, where we were looking at images of warriors or people who'd really worked with their mind from the past, who needed to be brave, courageous, mindful, like as a role model, setting an example. And so to sit with them, to sit like them, sort of gives a sense of inspiration. And then we went on to look at emotions. We brainstormed a whole load of emotions, and actually they came up with quite a fairly decent list. And again, we didn't really vet or work with it, it was just getting them to talk on emotions. And then we went further by looking at the different intensities of the emotions, and they came up with about 8 levels of anger, starting with annoyed all the way up to, murder on my mind. Did an art exercise to explore emotions from a non-conceptual or less conceptual way. So we basically drew lines and shapes, forms, shading of a series of different emotions that were named, like anger, calm, or states of mind. And at the end of that, they walked around to look at what each other had done. And there's a realization that comes from that, is that some of the drawings are quite similar. And then the penny drops that actually, oh yeah, we all have anger, we all have these emotions, and that point about the universality of emotions dawns again without having to be told. It's like you go, oh right. And then we had this presentation of Paul Ekman, his work as a psychologist in emotions, in the universality of emotions, what emotions are. And we concluded that by talking about micro-expressions, which are these very short, 1/25th of a second, expressions of emotion that we all give all the time, and then how we can, by being present and mindful with someone, we can then pick up on these emotional signals that they're expressing to us. And we finished off again with this game called Micro-Expressions, where they had half a second to express to the group. And this works both ways, not only because do they then have to express, but also from someone looking's point of view, spectator, they have to be mindful, present to actually notice the expression as it goes. We did a few mindfulness sessions throughout the session, which was 1 hour, 40 minutes. Basic practice we do each time is using one of the senses, the sense of touch, to train in mindfulness or in non-distraction. And so it's becoming aware of physical sensations in the space of the body and then placing our attention on these sensations. And then today we started looking at the breath, so placing attention on sensations connected with breathing. And so that's what we'll do, come back to each time. So by the end of the course, which is 10 sessions, they should be a little bit familiar with using sensation as a support for mindfulness.